Guys, we're back with the Tatum Talk Show, where good is the enemy of great. Hey guys, I'm back here with Nunn-Liddell, man, one of my early clients, man. He's back here for a second time. We're gonna, I'm gonna ask him a few questions, and really, man, I want to help incite young men who aspire to play ball, man, or even young men that's made mistakes in the past, and we want to talk about that, man. So, Jai, introduce yourself real quick, man.
Jai Nunn-Liddell, 26 years old, from Atlanta, play corner. Just finished up my rookie season with the Houston Roughnecks, and entrepreneur, a few other things, but that's pretty much it.
So cool. So Jai, man, let me ask you a question. Let's talk about the business of football. You play with the Roughnecks. You came in with a GM, and then all of a sudden they brought in a new GM, and they decided to waive you. So what was going through your mind, and why did that happen?
Hey, look. So remember I told you first. So check this out. I want to show you how God worked now, right? The first wave of cuts, I pack all my stuff because I'm thinking I'm finna get cut.
Yeah.
I don't get cut. Second wave of cuts, I do the same shit. Pack all my stuff. I even told the GM, I say, yeah, I packed all my stuff. He asked me why. I was like, shit, can't be too safe. Fast forward, I make it through the season. They activate me game 5. Had a game. Had a forced fumble. First game, first game I played.
I saw that.
Smacked somebody on special teams. First, so very, very productive that first game. From there, kept going, made it through the season. Third to last game of the season, got hit by a car.
Damn. What
yeah.
you doing?
I was riding my scooter. I was riding my scooter to my teammate house on our off day. I was taking him the charger for the game ready, literally. Lady hit me in a BMW. I'm crossing the intersection, AT&T Stadium. It was like at least 30 miles per hour. Like real, wasn't no.
So you could have been. So
I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be like
messed
fucked
up for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
And so fast forward, they don't cut me then. You know what I mean? That's something you get in. You get hurt like that.
Nah, for real.
Doing something like that. That's liability.
Yeah, it's liability.
And so long story short, they didn't. They kept me around, talked to the GM. We had exit meetings, talked to my man. Everything was good. And so the last thing on my mind is getting waived. Literally, like that's the last thing on my mind. I'm focused on the business. I'm focused on training, this off-season regimen. Excuse me, and everything for next year. Because I'm like, damn, I made it through a rookie season. I can say I'm a pro. And then one day I go to the group chat and I see them boys laughing, and usually it's they all laughing, and it's the off season, so something funny.
Yeah.
I go click the message, and it's a list of everybody that Houston just waived.
They ain't call you and tell you?
They ain't call shit.
They ain't send you a text. They ain't be like, hey man. The coach ain't say, hey coach, hey look man, you out of here. Like, or he just, you find out on a group text.
I had a conversation with one of my coaches about them getting ready to send out our contracts to re-sign. So that's the last thing on my mind. Like
right.
Now when the new GM come in, he want to clear house. And he did end up reaching out a day or so later, pretty much just saying he wanted to give his guys an opportunity, that type of deal, clear house, which I get. That's the business side of football. And that was pretty much it. But here's the funny part, right? So they got a showcase in Atlanta. They had a showcase in Atlanta for the UFL. I was one of the guys who volunteered to work it. Yeah. Prior to getting waived, I was one of the guys who volunteered. So end up working the showcase. The new GM is there. Keep in mind, he just called me 2 days ago to cut me.
Yeah.
So, hey, how you doing? Jai Nunn-Liddell. And it was crazy because I could tell he felt it.
Cause he
because he didn't even know who I was.
I just cut the dude. I don't know who the guy is.
He didn't know how tall I was. He didn't know size, stature, nothing.
Right.
So he already was damn near complimenting me when I walked up. You know what I mean? Like, you got nice size corner. Like, yeah, Jai Liddell. We just had a real good conversation the other day. And it was great because we chopped it up for a little bit. He got to know me. And still helped out. Everything went well with the camp. But at the end of the day, it's like me getting waived, that don't change who I am. I'm
Right.
still here helping, showing up, because at the end of the day, that's what got me in the door.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, it's just about doing the work, doing the right things, and letting God handle the rest. During that 2-year period where I said, okay, I'm about to try to go pro, I did some combines and camps. It just so happened that the people who host the UFL's combine and the XFL's combine last year also hosted the very first combine that I did. Over 300 people. I made the top 10 hot list. Then you fast forward at the XFL showcase. I was the very first XFL combine invite. So, you know, they had they official combine. I was the first invite. You know, Danny Garcia, the owner of the league, she pulled me to the side, spoke to me, like the whole deal. And long story short, they remembered me. Like that staff remembered me there. And so the coach, he saw it. You know what I mean? Like everybody saw it. And it's stuff like that that just goes to show I've been that same person at every single camp, and I dominated on the field to the point to where they remember me by my camp number. 2-7, you back.
Wow.
It's good to see you in a uniform, and you signed. And so, you know, that's it. And so right now it's, I am, you know, a free agent. I am waived, but at the end of the day, I'm just getting started.
Yeah, you got relationships you build, man. So let me ask you a question. Hey, before we get on that, man, hey guys, man, this segment's brought to you by Elite Talent Football Academy, man, the #1 football group in the country. They do training, recruiting, college visits, $75 million of accepted scholarships in the last 8 years. Jai was one of those $75 million. Guys, they do a great job of helping students, man, run football camps. Over 500 students get offers after coming to their camps, guys. All right. Tatum Talk Show, man. But good is the enemy of great. Guys, I'm back here with Jai Liddell, man. This is a great show, man. I'm going to ask him some questions about what advice would you give to a student in high school right now or middle school who's trying to get a college scholarship? What would be, give me 2 things of advice. What would that be?
Lock in.
Yeah,
and that's simply because what you have right now, it'll never compare to what that college experience is going to be like. You know, so if you think you like being a varsity high school player or a varsity football player, oh my God, imagine what it's going to be like playing in college.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything from equipment, gear, campus, the whole experience. Girls, all the distractions, they better in college. You know what I mean? So that's you know what I mean? That's the thing. And the thing is, guys don't realize it's not like it used to be. It's not where all of the D1 guys were dumb in the classroom and so they made exceptions. No, now you got 5 stars that is 4.0.
Right. No, it's different. I
and
think,
good kids.
Good kids, though. Like, good kids, man. And because, you know, I think now, though, with NIL and stuff, they're weeding out the troublemakers.
Yep.
I think if you would have came out in today's day, you would have had a harder path than 5 years ago, even. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you, so what do you think kept you through all this, man? Like, what kept you going? Because, like, that's a lot. What you went through. I know on the last segment, we went through what you went through, from being cut, from failing drug tests to getting in trouble, getting arrested, and you still fought through and made it to be a professional. Like, how did you do that? And what was your mindset while you were going through that, man?
I did it with God. That's, you know, obviously that's number one. But the second thing is, like, this kind of the recipe, and it's something we spoke on before, but it was real brief. When you have someone like yourself, right? So someone to advocate for you or get your film out, help you get evaluated, whatever the case, even training, because I had to get better.
Yeah.
Someone like yourself, a work ethic like mine.
Yeah. Crazy work ethic.
Like crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Will not be outworked.
Yeah.
Like, that's not just talk. And then a mother or some form of support, because mom had to be able to pay you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I remember, man, Coach Tatum is 1,000-something whoop-de-whoop, and I remember telling my mom, would you rather pay 1,000 now or thousands for college? And so, you know, at the end of the day, she made the sacrifices, and I put in the work, and you put in the work, and Like that's the recipe. Now, if you want a cleaner shot, make great decisions, make sound choices.
Great decisions. That's a good one.
Make great decisions. Be the example.
Great decisions.
And that's it. Because when all the dust settles at the end of the day, you're not missing nothing.
Right.
Like you're not missing a thing. In fact, yeah, you're just not missing nothing. No. And so it's best that you just lock in, do the work now, keep your head down, and learn how to be a pro early if football is something that you really want to do in the long run, because it'll give you something that you don't have right now.
So talk to me the importance about building good relationships with people throughout the process, because I think a lot of people burn a lot of bridges going up the pipeline, man. And like, talk to me, how do you keep your relationships with different people to help you get to this
Well, check this. So it wasn't. I didn't keep all of them. I burned a couple bridges, thinking I could swim.
Yeah.
But didn't know that the island I swam to, they sisters with the coach that you know what I mean? Like, that's their ally.
Yeah.
They know them.
Yeah, all the coaches.
They went to school together.
All the coaches know each other.
They was just at the golf course.
Yeah. All the coaches know each other.
And so that's one thing that I realized is treating everybody right, doing the right thing with everybody, and recognizing that all these coaches know each other. So it's in your best interest to leave your best impression on all of them. Because at the end of the day, we could go to Georgia State. It'll be a coach from here. The same way, put it this way, in my journey, I went to Troy University, right?
Yeah.
You knew Coach Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, so check this. From Troy, I go to JUCO.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who was at the JUCO? One of the coaches from Troy. He was older, but that's how that connection was made. One of the coaches from Troy. I go to the JUCO in Mississippi. Guess how I got there? One of the coaches from Troy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now it's time to go to Bowling Green. Guess what? Mike Jinks was at Texas Tech with Neil Brown.
Dang, small world. So imagine if you would have been an a-hole at Troy, you would have never got the opportunity.
Nowhere.
Ever.
And really, it was a couple attempts to say, like, hey, look, that kid's an asshole. Like, he's an asshole and he's hard-headed.
Yeah.
But it was still a couple coaches who saw through that.
Yeah. No, but he never said that to me, though. Like, I was talking to him, he was like, look, man, he's a good kid, man. And he said, this is what he told me. He told us funny stuff. He said, he wants to be this thug, but he's not.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He's not.
He told me that too.
He said he got a great mom.
Yeah.
Great support system. He said, and he's not a thug. Like he's not, but he wants to be something that he's not, Derek. And I love him, man. But he wants to go, and I gotta let him go. But I'm like, I didn't want to let him go.
Yeah.
So Ed told me that, obviously you did enough there where he respected you, but you kept getting into small trouble that was really detrimental. But you kept a good enough relationship with the coaches where they all still could talk good about you, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people are missing that point of just keeping good relationships, because it carries through life. Like, we know all these coaches. Like, I know the Bowling Green coaches now. Like, I know them, been knowing them, and it's like, but if you burn a bridge, it can hurt you in the long run, man. And I think a lot of students don't know that, man.
Guys like to go out and lead a place up in flames.
Yeah.
They like to go out with a bang. Like,
yeah. So give me like, okay, JUCO to D1, the competition, because, and I know they don't have the depth of a D1 school,
right,
and I know that, but like, give me the competition from D1 to JUCO. Like, how was that battles at practice?
So at D1, we had a receiver who was he transferred. He was basically a similar situation as me. I think Bowling Green was his fourth or fifth school. He started as a freshman at Washington State, wide receiver.
Monster then, yeah.
My size, 215, running,
yeah,
like that. And so when you see guys like that, and when you see guys who are actually getting recruited to go to the NFL, like, and they're not seniors, it's like, okay, well, why are they watching these guys? What is it about them? And then you realize, oh, okay, it's this. So you learn something. Let me pick this. Let me add this to my game. Let me be more explosive on film. Let me, close to the ball. Let me learn more ball. Whatever it is to attract the opportunities that I'm seeing other people get. That's what that's about. As far as JUCO competition, the cream gonna rise to the crop.
Yeah.
Cause see, D1 is more depth.
Yeah.
They recruited all these guys. JUCO, we all got here some way, somehow, and the cream gonna rise to the crop. And so it's more cutthroat because once a guy get eliminated, you're not really getting an opportunity again. And so now you either gonna double up and come back and get what's yours, or you gonna quit. Damn, because that's it. Like it's where do you go after JUCO? You gonna stay there 4 years, 2 more years? No, nobody wanna. No, be a JUCO All-American. No.
Yeah.
So that's it. And I remember you had what's called the midnight train. I saw at least 4 or 5 guys catch it in my time in JUCO, where you practice, dinner, you go to sleep, you wake up, and them boys is gone.
Out of there.
Gone, wrote a note, made an excuse, called coach, whatever the case may be, and they not coming back. They pack their shit, they gone.
I've seen it. I've seen it, man.
I'm like, damn, how you just? Oh, I know this shit ain't for real for you, because you could just leave here like that.
Nah, man, but you gotta understand, man. A lot of students, man, y'all ain't built for that, man. And I tell parents, man, you know, the main thing is you got to be realistic with your son's ability and know where he's at. Like you got to be realistic, but then you got to have a real dog mindset. Like real dog mindset to make it out of JUCO, man. And I'm proud of you, man, to see where you come, man. And I would love to invite you back on the show any time, man. We here every week at Patchworks. But man, this was great talking to you, catching up, man, and really learning. I learned things about you that I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Which is a great thing, man. And I want to keep this relationship going.
And something else, I remember you told me as far as the switch to DB. I remember you told me if you switch to DB, you could go to the league.
Dang.
I don't even know if you know that, but like you said, at your size, if you can learn to play DB, you'll go to the league. And so that's something like, you know, just stuff like that I'll never forget. So this really is a full circle moment, because here it is, I'm a professional corner. You know what I mean? Obviously an athlete, but I play DB.
Yeah.
And so that's the full circle moment right there.
Got you, man. Got you. Well, listen, guys, man, this is it, man. This is the Tatum Talk Show, man, where good is the enemy of great, guys. We checking out, man. I'll see y'all next week.